All right, so we're going to start off with the first book. Bear in mind that these books are in no particular order. The first book that we're going to talk about today is The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. It really broke down the power of focus and allowed me to realize if I can focus on a specific target, focus on a specific goal, I can manifest it in my reality. This is one of the first books that I read that got me on my spiritual journey, allowed me to realize that I could do a lot. Highly recommend that you get this book, The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. Book number 2 is Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. This book really taught me about the differences between assets and liabilities and why it's important to go after assets that produce cash flow. A lot of people don't really know the difference between assets and liabilities. They don't really know about how to utilize their time in the most efficient way to generate wealth. This book really taught me the difference between working in a 9-to-5 job and having a business. When you work in a 9-to-5 job, you're giving up a lot of your time, when realistically you can be using that time in your own business to generate assets. I would highly recommend you get this book. Really opened my eyes and made me realize that I need to go after businesses that are assets that produce cash flow and can yield me more money, comparing it to the time that I'm putting in. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, book number 2. Get it, really important. The next book we're going to talk about today is Asking It's Given by Jerry and Esther Hicks. I got to shout out Big Sean for letting people know about this book.
Asking It Is Given by Esther and Jerry Hicks. I read The 7 Spiritual Laws by Deepak Chopra. I read The Alchemist, you know what I'm saying? And these are books I read a few times a year probably, you know? And it just always gets my mindset right back where it needs to be. And when I read them, I usually take notes on them too. So I don't have to read the whole book over and over again. Yeah.
I heard about this book maybe 3 years ago and it really got my mind thinking. It's similar to The Secret, where it teaches you about the law of attraction and how when you focus on a specific outcome, you can manifest it in your life. But this book goes into a bit more detail than The Secret does. It kind of gives a more practical approach to what you need to do to manifest your desired reality in life. So for anyone wanting to create their own reality, create their own outcome, I would highly recommend you get this book, as it will open your mind to a bigger possibility than what you probably know already. It's one of the first books that I read that got me on the journey that I'm on now. I read it maybe once a year, so I would highly recommend you get it. Asking It's Given. All right, so for book number 4, which is The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success by Deepak Chopra, this book breaks down the 7 key things you need to know if you want to attract happiness, wealth, and health into your life. It really gives you the mindset that you need to know when it comes to having a more fulfilled life. It doesn't really talk about money too much. It mainly talks about what you need to do and what you need to know if you want to have a more fulfilled life. I've been reading it for the past 5 years now, and it's really helped me out in a big way. This is one of the books that I always recommend to a lot of the people that I talk to. If they ask me what books have you read, it's one of the top ones. Make sure you get it, The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success by Deepak Chopra. Let's move on to the next one. We're going to talk about Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy. This book is all about time management, and I read it early on in my career, and it basically teaches you about how to prioritize your time and optimize it so that you can get the most out of the time you're putting into a specific objective. It also teaches you about goal setting and how to set goals that are going to yield the highest result possible. The term Eat That Frog comes from the idea that you need to wake up early in the morning, and the objective that's going to have the biggest outcome towards your goals is the one that you need to do first. Brian Tracy, Eat That Frog, time management book. On to the next. The next book we're going to talk about is The 10X Rule by Grant Cardone. This book is all about taking action on your goals and setting big goals. If you've got a goal that you want to go after, times it by 10 and go after that and take massive action when you're doing it. So this book is all about action taking. It goes into details about thinking bigger than you actually think. You might think you're thinking on a large scale right now, but this book will allow you to think even bigger than what you do. It's a long book, but there's a lot of knowledge in it. So if you're struggling to take any action and you don't know how to set massive goals, get this book. It'll put you on the right path. All right, so the 7th book we're going to talk about today is The Magic by Rhonda Byrne. This is the same author that wrote The Secret. This book is all about gratitude and teaches you all about the importance of being grateful. One thing I've learned on my journey is that Having a grateful mindset is one of the most important things, because when you're grateful for the small things in life, you're going to be able to manifest the bigger things in life. When it comes to this book, you can't read the whole thing at once. It's done in chapters, and each chapter you need to read it each day. I believe it's 30 days, and on each chapter there's a different task that you need to do that's going to mold your mind to be in a more grateful state. So if you're feeling low, if you're feeling down, if you're not feeling fulfilled, get this book, as I'm sure that it will turn it all around. Alright, so on to the 8th and final book, which is The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Waddles. This book, says it in the title, teaches you about the science behind getting rich. A lot of people think they know about the concepts of attracting money into their life, but realistically you don't. I thought I did, but I didn't until I read this book. It really breaks down the concepts you need to know before you start pursuing wealth. There's a science to getting anything you want in life. There's a science to health, science to wealth, science to love, and a science to happiness. And this book breaks down the science to getting rich. I've read it multiple times. Again, it's not a long book, but the concepts in this book I'm sure will change your life, change your mindset, and change your wallet in the process. So get this book as soon as you can, as I'm sure that it will put you on the right path with your online business. I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope those 8 books are going to change your life, your mindset, and your pocket in the process. If there's any book that I've missed out that I should be reading myself, comment it down below. If you do read any of these books and they change your mindset, change your life in any way, come back, comment it down below so I know that I'm doing a good job. If you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up button, as it helps me out in a big, massive way. Comment any video you want me to make. Don't forget to subscribe, because I'm releasing weekly videos helping you with your mindset when it comes to growing an online business, practical tips and ways to manage your money in the process. Hit the bell notification so you don't miss any video from me. Guys, stay safe out there. Peace.